This is episode 16 of our July day energy breakdowns. Each day of the month, we are discussing the nuances that comes with that day's day energy. And so today, July 16th, the 16th, we have 16 energy. And so the two main energies we look at in numerology are the life path and the day energy. This video and this entire series is focused on the day energy. And so 16 energy, you have 1 plus 6 combining together to give us flavoring or nuance to the base 7 energy. And that base 7 is simply come to or calculated by adding 1 and 6 together. 1 plus 6, 7. So we have the base 7 energy, which is the same energy as the 7th, the 16th, and the 25th. So 3 days every month, we have the base 7 energy with three different nuances or flavorings. And so the 7th is just the raw 7. The 16th is the 1 and the 6 flavoring, and the 25th is the 2 and 5 flavoring coming together to give us some nuance to that base 7 energy. And so 7 energy is divine intelligence, it is spirituality, it is analytical, retrospective, it is a learning intellectual energy. And if you take a peek at the number 7 itself, across, bam, and then it strikes down across and down. Unlike the 2 energy, 2, 11, 20, 29, which is another divine energy, very spiritual, metaphysically connected to the universe. 2 energy and its nuances and flavorings tends to teach through inspiration. It breathes life into you in order to teach you lessons. 7 energy, on the other hand, strikes across, down. It tends to teach through material loss, isolation, loneliness. And this flavoring or nuance with the 1 and 6, we've covered both 1 energy and 6 energy already in this series. So if you want a better understanding of each one of those energies specifically, look further back in the playlist and you will find those videos. 1 energy, creation, new beginnings, individuality, determination. It is willing to do what it takes to accomplish the goal, even if that means standing on its own. And so, if you think of creating a house, 1 energy turns the raw land into the structure, it builds the structure. Okay. And then the 2 energy will come along and then turn that house into a home so that 3 energy, meaning 2 energy, comes along and improves upon what's already there. That divine feminine energy makes it comfortable, makes it inviting, makes it a warm place and a beautiful place to actually live in. 1 energy builds the structure, 2 energy comes along and turns that structure into a home that people would actually enjoy living in, so that 3 energy can come along and maximize what's already there with its childlike playfulness, ambition, creativity, and all that good stuff. And so 1 energy, drive. You could think masculine energy, hyper masculine energy, creation, determination, just going ahead. 6 energy, on the other hand, is community. It is family, cooperation. It is selfless service, duty. And 6 energy also represents challenge, hardship, struggle, barriers that you have to overcome in order to get to the other side, which is where the selfless service and the duty aspects of the 6 energy come together. So we have the base 7 energy, divine intelligence with analytical, retrospective, and a little bit of material loss, a little bit of isolation, loneliness, frustration in order to get you to analyze in retrospect what works, what doesn't work, turn inward and discover something new. And this is being flavored with masculine drive, new beginnings, creation with challenges, hardships, and barriers. So this is of the 7, 16, 25. This variation of the 7 energy is the most likely to cause self-doubt, cause anxiety, this stress of I start something new, I'm trying to do something new. Bam, challenge, hardship, barrier. This isn't working. What do I do now? So that now, once again, one energy comes back along, start something new, hardship, challenge, or start something new, forcing you into a position of selfless service, acting with purely other people's best interest in mind. And so, this constant iteration of do something new, frustration, challenges, and barriers that force you to grow through selfless service, grow through community mindedness, thinking of others. This can be you can think of this as a karmic energy. And so if you have this energy in your life path, the flavorings of the life path with the 16, you are born on the 16th. This rotation, one energy, six energy, one energy, six energy, and this constant iteration of start something new. Or here's another nuance of this, get into an argument that now you lose, challenge, hardship, barrier, and you're forced to swallow your pride so that you can learn something new. This is an entire energy dedicated to self-discovery and learning about yourself. That 7 energy, that divine intelligence, that intuitive nature to continue moving forward with that 1 energy, bringing determination, ambition, drive to help you despite all of the challenges, barriers, hardships, despite having to think selflessly and act with duty and service in your mind, constantly bringing you back to this 1 energy of getting kicked down, get right back up, getting kicked down, get right back up, get slapped in the face, keep moving. Have a dramatic experience that forces you to analyze introspectively. Does this work for me? Do I want to do this in the future? How should I act moving forward? This is an energy that is all about self-discovery when you bring together that 1 energy, the 6 energy, all flavoring and bringing nuance to that base 7 energy, divine intelligence, spirituality, isolation, loneliness, and this intuitive understanding of, with this nuance, that the world is other than you. You fit into the bigger picture. And you can think of this as this karmic lesson that's constantly going to be unfolding. And so, like I mentioned earlier, the 2 main energies we look at in numerology are the life path and day energy. The life path describes the types of activities or themes you are likely to encounter, whereas the day energy itself talks about how or gives insight into how you actually go about completing those activities. So to give you an example, today, 7 plus 1 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 adds up to 23. 2 and 3 combine together to give us 5. So we have the 5 base energy as the life path, bringing us nuance and flavoring, or we have the 23 bringing us nuance and flavoring to that 5 base energy. 5 energy, change, adaptability, versatility. It's a social energy that loves entertainment, loves to grab attention. And 2 energy, like I mentioned earlier, it's the divine feminine. It's an improvement energy. It is a supportive energy. And three energy, childlike, it is communication, it is creativity. So this life path is unbelievably amazing at getting attention, unbelievably amazing at communicating and expressing yourself with authenticity. And so some of the themes or activities you are likely to encounter, five energy, travel, change, adaptability, versatility in your social circle, being you access this and maximize your access to this by using that 16 energy we just talked about. So how would this play out in the real world? Well, you can, let's say you love to drive fast, five life path travel. And so today is a day where you may get a ticket. You get aggressive on the road, sitting behind a line of cars, decide to punch it around them. One energy, that aggressive, that drive. Bam! Six energy, barrier. Cop was waiting, pops you. You get a ticket. You learn a lesson through material loss, isolation, loneliness that the base energy brings you that is teaching you this lesson through one and six energy. You got angry, upset, decided to make a move around the line of cars. Barrier hardship challenge is the next energy in line. So everything that happens throughout the day is flavored with one energy, then six energy, one energy, then six energy, one energy, then six energy. All of it stacking up or being housed within the seven energy. So the big theme for this day, you have divine intelligence with challenges, barriers, selfless service that is teaching you a lesson so that you can change. So you have two energy with the life path, divine feminine, supportive, intuitive, directly connected to the metaphysical world with the three energy, luck. So all of the what would be downside consequences of seven energy. Material loss, you got a ticket, now you have to pay money. Isolation or loneliness, you had an injury, you stubbed your toe, you rolled your ankle, whatever happened. These experiences are here to teach you a lesson so that you can make a change. The life path is change, and the day energy is teaching a lesson. So be smart. Intelligent change is the theme for the day, and you maximize your access to that change energy, which is being flavored with the divine feminine, the metaphysical world, and luck, childlike luck, creativity, ambition. All of this is on your side, and you maximize your access to that by utilizing one and six energy. So if you got a ticket today, driving down the road, you were meant to get that ticket in order to learn the lesson the universe wants you to learn. Maybe it's a lesson about patience. Maybe you're just a speed demon. It's a lesson about slowing down so that you don't end up in a super bad accident in the future. All of this energy laid out for us tells us any sort of material loss, hardship, challenge, barrier, that you encounter today is divinely given to you in a lucky way so that you can learn and therefore change. And if you don't heed this warning, if you don't listen to the small clues the universe gives you, you're going to get smacked harder in the future. And so, if you have listened this far, if you have made it this far, watched this far in the video, I genuinely appreciate you. The universe wants you to win. I genuinely want you to win. So, if you have any questions, thoughts, or opinions, please drop them in the comments down below. I am happy to help you however I can. And I will talk to you again tomorrow when we cover 17 energy.